people know when you're near them?
Yeah, it's just like in real life. If you're up close to them, they'll hear you, and if you're not, they won't.
Is this your first time in VR?
It is.
Oh, cool. What do you think?
It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
How are you?
Go get a
I'm
extension
fantastic.
cord.
You know what? You look just like you.
Nice
I'm
to
back
see you.
How are you? Nice
That's
to
so
see
funny.
you.
And this
Right?
is
I
Maggie.
want
My
to
avatar to be a little bit me-ish.
I know. Oh my gosh. Do you use
It is
VR a
you.
lot?
I knew.
No,
Awesome.
Totally new.
this
Where,
is
where are we going?
this is new and this is nice.
I don't have
This
any
is the
arms
weirdest-
because I'm in 2D, so I'm just gonna give you a high five on my head. There you go.
I love it.
I know it's freaky, right?
It is a little bit freaky. No worries though.
Yeah.
Cool.
And what are the drones about? What's that about?
That's us recording, just taking pictures and recording the event for posterity.
How funny.
Oh, there he is.
The drone is sending love.
I know. It's so cool.
Send some love back.
There's a lot. Hello.
Hi.
This is really wild. I've never done this before.
Yeah,
It is
I
showing
can
it.
tell when
Oh.
you smile or when we laugh.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, very nice to meet you too, and to wander around.
I don't know how to get back down.
This is unbelievable.
It really is. What I think is so cool is that it's easy to walk up and talk to people like this.
There's so much to love about VR.
This is really amazing.
Yeah, we need her.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. Pretty cool, huh? Hey. So yeah, this is the future of work in virtual reality. Very honored to introduce David Cohen, our VP for North America here. He's going to have a fireside chat with Martina Wolkoff.
Welcome everyone to LinkedIn's first ever virtual reality event. This is a really exciting moment. You all look amazing. Let's just start there. We're going to be talking about how it's being used to attract and recruit talent, how we can use virtual reality to build bridges amongst remote teams, I think a topic that everyone's thinking about right now, and how do we use it to upskill and reskill workers?
And it's so good to see everyone. I cruised around. I'd love to just get a sense of the audience. And how many of you are in headsets today? For that, actually, just move your arms around because you can do that in headsets. Let's see. Oh, yeah, nice. Love it. All right. See, that is really cool because as those of you in headsets can attest, there's a really different quality to being in a headset and being able to convey physical presence and sense other people's physical presence. And for those of you in 2D, never fear. It's still, I think, a very unique and superior experience format. And we're going to talk about some of how important cross-platform functionality is for accessibility today, too. All right, so before we dive into that, I just want to give you a little bit more context on WXR and kind of our viewpoint on all of this. The unique opportunity we saw with our venture fund was we're moving from a two-dimensional to three-dimensional computing user paradigm. So that means everything is going to change. And in that shift, there's not only a huge opportunity to build better technology, to build different products, and to innovate on a whole nother plane, there's also a big opportunity to change the culture that surrounds this technology and to change some of the norms around leadership. Before the pandemic, we had all the raw ingredients in place. The headsets are better. You know, a lot of you are in Quest today. They're tetherless. You take them out of the box, you charge them, they're ready to go. That's a whole lot easier than a few years ago when it was a lot more expensive and cumbersome. So we've made huge leaps in hardware. We've got better processors. 5G is rolling out. So there's actually, you know, the bandwidth to be able to run these experiences in real time. And all of these factors converged right before the pandemic. So VR, from a talent management perspective, is really useful through every stage of the life cycle, from sort of that general networking to recruiting and onboarding, training, collaboration, culture building. Try to meet someone, shake their hand, because you know, we haven't been able to do that in a long time. Sense that you're in the presence of another human being. Give them a high five. Experiment and lean into this medium, and I think that will help you better understand what is unique about it and maybe generate some ideas about how you can use it in your own organization.
Clearly, we're very fortunate to have you here, somebody who really understands the evolution, not only of kind of what's going on in the talent world, but also in the technology world from a VR perspective. It seems like every company that I've talked to lately is trying to figure out how do they balance the hybrid and remote work. How do we even make decisions about remote work?
A lot of what is lost in a remote setting are all of those casual interactions and sort of the social connections that are built between official meetings and between official conversations, and also things that happen at happy hours or out on a team building event. And those are just harder to do when you have a remote team. You can bring games in there. You can bring everyone out on a paintball expedition and that sort of thing, and really have a sense of shared memory. That's one of the unique things about VR is we'll remember this today closer to a lived experience than something vicarious like watching a program or even playing a 2D game, because our brain is coding it as us being in this room together, and that really does change the emotional impact of the experience.
I'm curious, Martina, what do you think? What does the future hold?
The phrase of the hour is hybrid work, and we're all trying to figure out exactly what that means. But to some extent, that's going to mean there's no going back to exactly the way we were before. Most organizations aren't going to be having people coming into the office every day, all the time. VR is a huge part of remote collaboration and training. I think that's actually already where we're seeing most traction. And we're also going to see people starting to be more comfortable bringing this into their home. So commonality, and what I think is really important is that we'll be interacting spatially in a 3D environment. Institutions are actually using this in the recruiting phase to help potential candidates understand what the job will entail. And they have a much higher conversion rate when those recruits go through the Embodied Labs experience, because they feel more equipped. They actually develop empathy. They get excited about the potential of the work and the impact they could have. And so it's almost a great way to sell your candidates on the experience you're offering. Today is a great example too with the Easter eggs, the LinkedIn team. I don't know if all of you got a chance. I see some of you with the stars floating above your head. These are folks that are ahead and have collected all of the Easter egg coins around the room already. But there's things as simple as that all the way up to full on, let's be in an immersive game together. It becomes so animated. Bring down people's barriers and become a more authentic, spontaneous experience.
Once again, wanted to say thank you, Martina. It's been super fascinating listening to kind of the view of what's going on in the world right now, where we're headed, some of the risks, some of the opportunities. Just an amazing event, as you can see. Lots of love flowing in from our guests here. And if you collect all 3 of those virtual medallions, which I think just involves walking up to them, then you're going to get one of those fancy blue stars floating over your head as well. No, there's
Thank you, everyone.
enough joy, enough stars going on for sure.